Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues.
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
The show that will try not to suck as hard as the Blues, and Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, who's really pissed off and in a shitty mood today. But you're watching the BlueNote Fan Report. Aloha and mahalo. It is 8:35, and I am having internet issues up the yin-yang. Yes, up the yin-yang. I have not shared this in any group, so I don't know how many people are going to watch it. You know what? If you share it in a group, you share it in a group. I don't know anymore. I'm just getting, yesterday kind of took me down, and you know what? I'm to the point where why should I keep saying what I'm saying when no one cares? No, it's not Berube. It can't be Berube. No, it's the Shin said it. All the players suck. So you know what? I'm going to ride that. Our players suck. I will nail every player for every bad play today. And every good play, great coaching. I want to see how many times I say great coaching or shitty player. Let's see what happens. Right? Why is it so hard to sit there and go, this team, and this is the point, I think that everybody's missing it. Everybody's missing it. Why? The question isn't, who's at fault? Well, I mean, it is, but when it comes down to it, I keep hearing, well, we weren't going to make the playoffs. We were a bad team. Da-da-da-da-da. No, we weren't, and we're not. That's the issue. I think that's what's being missed. Oh, good at because he's not coming up. He's not an NHL-ready player. Yeah, let's bring up a guy who can't play in the NHL. Why not? Right there, that makes a lot of sense. No, it's just, well, first of all, I worked till 2 a.m. and driving, and my last trip took me to the other side of the island with nothing coming back. So, and it didn't pay me as much as I thought it should. So that had a lot to do with it. But when it comes down to it, guys, when it comes down to it, how many games has he played in the NHL? Because he's been in the damn AHL all season, right?
100%. And then you mentioned a lot of the younger guys.
Highmore has a total of 17 games in the NHL.
Right now, and you guys have a couple of guys who were recalled.
Yeah, okay. That's a superstar. Yeah, and I know I'm a jackass.
Experience as well, so that'll be interesting as we're going to see the Blues debut of Matt Highmore, and for Matthew, this is going to be an interesting experience too. He signed with the Blues as a free agent.
I can't see shit in my.
In the AHL, but again, that NHL experience, Bernie, is going to be pivotal as he comes up and joins the Blues.
Yeah, he's been there before, and I think that he's not going to be the nervous guy that maybe the Alex Zandrov was, or when he comes up and plays in his first game this season. So Highmore has played 137 games in the NHL. Right
Adam got that.
But this is a new experience for him. I mean, he wants to stay in the NHL. He's been playing in the minor leagues. He was signed, as you said, as a free agent, mostly for playing in the American Hockey League. But
has played 218 games in the NHL, has 70 points.
The Blues aren't interested in him. If he plays well, hey, he's got an opportunity maybe to go.
That's it.
Team. So
Last time he played a game.
The spotlight's on every one of these young kids, and this is their chance to shine and do some damage and show that they can play in the NHL.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Sammy Blais, also a former Blue who is now back, has made a huge impact since.
Last time he played a game was 21-22 with Ottawa. He played 50 games. Played 50 games with Ottawa.
Let's go.
It seems like only yesterday you were just a child at play. Life is brief, but when it's gone,
We wanted 26-year-olds. That's what we got.
That rocking chair would look great in our new house.
Oh, new house.
Oh, Shaki, that's kind of exactly right, my friend.
Nice tip.
Right? Kind of right. That's what I see. And you know what? It has everything to do with that cup. It has everything to do with that cup. Everything. Right? And you know what? Well, let's put some blame on Armstrong here. Armstrong signed Berube to a 3-year contract at the beginning of this season. And he got snowed. Berube snowed him. Oh, I'm going to change. And he didn't. In fact, what was it he said in the Oh, we had a long talk over the summer. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you know what? I'm just going to admit I'm an absolute fucking idiot. I know nothing. And just sit here and talk about what I see. That's it. Kick that clown in the nose. Get him. Drink cranberry sauce so you can beat the shit out of a clown and not get arrested for it. There we go.
Hydrates better than the expensive stuff.
I don't live here, so I'm taking this and whatever's in the back.
It's already sold in the US.
But I'm not taking any chances.
The UK's #1 skincare has crossed the pond.
I thought he said, I remember one of them Browns said they had a long talk. I remember Corrick said he put out that they had a long talk over the summer. Right? I just, for me, the question is, how did we get here? How did we get here with what we had? We shouldn't have. We should have never been here. I don't think we have trading all the superstars wake-up call. No, he won't. I listen to what Army said. He won't. He's not coming back. They are not. Here's the thing, Marianne. Army said it. I want 25 and 26-year-olds to help our core. Period. That's not 30-year-olds. He is not bringing back any 30-year-olds. ORR and Tarasenko are not coming back. I paid attention. I listened. And I read. I went and read Lou Corrick and Jim Thomas and what they put out. I read all of that. Right? I made sure I paid attention to it. His plate? I don't know what you mean by his plate.
The thing I'm looking forward to is the fit check. I'm looking forward to the fashions that we get to see out there in Salt Lake City. Not overly excited about some of the events, but I'm excited about the visuals.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the game itself. We got some of the biggest stars, so it's
No. That was an
topics like this.
that was an overall view. That was not draft picks. I guarantee you. No, that was not. Because listen to what he said. Who knows what's going to happen with them? But we want 24 and 25-year-olds to go with our core. You don't draft 24 and 25-year-olds. That's the free agent side. Think about that, Matlow. Think about that. Why do you guys think I'm so fucking... Okay. I took a moment and I breathed. First of all, Marianne, let me tell you, the nameplate thing means nothing. I'm telling you, he straight up said, I want 25 to 26-year-olds to help our core. 30-year-old guys are not coming back. And that's a good one. Let's see. I'm slightly frustrated. I am, and I'm going to admit that. Hey, Shaggy, how you doing, bud?
What was that conversation like?
I don't know. I don't know what to talk about right now. I'm just frustrated. It's shitty to watch this team, and it shouldn't be this bad. They should have been contending for a cup, not selling a month before or 2 weeks before the trade deadline. Absolutely.
Was it emotional for you just to put the jersey back on and to walk in the dressing room and see your Blues jersey hanging back up?
Yeah, it kind of felt like I really never.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a really good moment. Like,
hey, Shaggy, I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling.
So many good memories in there. So it was a great moment.
All right, your first game back, the fans are chanting your name, Sammy, and then you score a goal coming out of the penalty box.
Now they're talking to Sammy.
Yeah, it was a good feeling, you know. Like I couldn't ask for like a better start here.
I guess you know.
I've always loved playing.
I'm trying to remember that this show is for you guys, and that your opinions matter. I really am. And you know what? For now on, for the rest of this show, every opinion that you say is right. Everything that comes out of my mouth is an absolute joke and wrong. Oh, yeah, this is an exciting time. While every other team that we could compete with goes ahead of us and we go into the dumpster, this is an exciting time. We know how to draft great talent because we've done such a good job of it. At our number 1 overall pick, we took Johnson, who, oh, wow, he's a superstar in the league for us. And, we've got the late pick, and we took Costin, and Costin's a superstar for us. And we took Tage Thompson late, and Tage Thompson is a superstar for us. Jake Neighbors, oh my God, Jake Neighbors is going to just light up this league. Nope, your opinion too, buddy. You're right. It's an exciting time for us.
Season series sweep of the Senators. Say that 5 times fast.
I'm the idiot. I'm the one that doesn't know anything. This is okay, you know. Oh my goodness. 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 Oh my goodness.
With our new Bump Up CD. More ways to save that give you a little more control. It's banking in sync with you.
What's up, Einstein?
My network has gone kaput.
Oh, you tried to save $1 on it?
Not so smart.
Well, there is a smarter way to save.
Oh.
Switch to Verizon.
Blues lines are Shin, Neighbors, Blaze, Thomas, Kairu, Barbashev, Brown, Walker, Highmore, Alexandrov, Pitlick, Torpachenko, Pareko and Letty, Krug and Falk. So Krug is playing, maybe. Bortuzzo and Tucker with Rosen rotating in. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I guess I'm just overly frustrated.
You found the number 7 then?
It's amazing.
Hydrates better.
Let me see, guys. I'm trying to share the show to some groups. I don't know.
Already sold in the US.
But I'm not
Starting to think that maybe I shouldn't have a show. Not to be a jackass or anything, but apparently I don't know a fucking thing. Apparently I'm an absolute idiot. I shouldn't have a show. This is things I've been told in the last couple of days. I don't know what I'm talking about. All I've done is open myself up for people to say things about me. It's not a good day. There we go. I shared in a few groups. Maybe somebody will watch. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm worth watching anymore. You know what? Because that's not what they wanted, Shag. They didn't want that. You're right. The Blues need help, but that's not what they wanted. They're in a complete, not a retool, rebuild. They are rebuilding. From the douchiness. Oh, I'm douchey now. Yep. Been more than a few, my friend. Been more than a few. Right? 2018, we had talent playing like crap. We fire Yo. This year, talent plays like crap. And a lot of you say, oh, no, it's not the coach. It's been 4 years quit getting blinded by the cup. Player Berube should have got fired. Badet is an NHL player. He hasn't played in over a year. Right? So with Toronto. I'll send you a link, Shag. I mean, what the hell? It couldn't be worse than what I'm doing.
He's made 10 of his 15 starts on the road, but he's 7-3 against Ottawa with a 286 goals against average. So
Bryce is in, so the score is going to be 4-0. Minimum of 4 goals are going to get allowed. But what is he supposed to say? Bob, tell me.
He's a professional. He's been a veteran guy that's been around, so I don't think nothing really rattles him at all. So he'll be ready to go. I'm sure he's very excited. He probably knew that he was going to get the start today because of the.
Here we go, Bob.
Games from yesterday to today.
I'm gonna throw something at you, and I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to throw something at you. Lighting up the AHL this year. Okay, I'll have to look up his stats. I can only see his regular stats, and my internet is really good.
yeah, exactly. So for the immediate, he will try and stop the Ottawa Senators, who have played really well as of late. Brady Tkachuk is leading this team, and honestly, it's a team.
Thank you, Gary. Gary, thank you, my friend.
They've got a couple of guys who are
Bob, I'm a boss, and I have 5 workers. Right? Worker A, and they work on an assembly line, right? And I have 5 different assembly positions. I have position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, and position 5. Now, these are all very, very good workers. The last shift that these guys, the last time these guys worked, these 5 guys worked for me, right? Last time these 5 guys worked for me, we broke records at how much we could put out at our production, right? Worker 1 worked, or worker A worked position 1. Worker 2, worker B position 2. Worker C position 3. Worker D 4. and worker E position 5. That we set records. So this season, those guys were great there. So this shift, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put worker 1 in spot 3. Our worker A in spot 3, and I'm going to put worker B in spot 5, and worker E in spot 1, and I'm going to switch B and C in 3 and 4. And you know what? Again, those were great workers, and everything worked great. But I'm going to put them in these new spots, and see what happens. They're going to do their best, but not in positions that they know. Are they going to succeed? Probably not. Whose fault is that? Is it the player? Is it the workers? Because they're great workers, but they're just not performing. Or is it the boss who put them in positions that they weren't ready for or knew? That's how I feel about it. What do you say there, Shaggy? Is that a good analogy?
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Guy. When people talk, and I don't use, I'm very careful with how I talk about things, but when people talk crap about you, Guy, you have to realize when we have conversations about sports, it's awesome, and all these people are that bash you for whatever it is. You know what? They don't know how to get through the hard times like you do. So you know what? Like, you can't listen to them. So the interesting part about this whole thing is I'm not even a Blues fan, and when you watch a team just fall completely down from a cup, okay, we're talking about where they went through some very good teams. Okay, they didn't just win the cup; they went through some very good teams.
Yeah,
and they won. And from there, I have not seen a bigger mismanagement of a team of coming off the high horse to pretty much being the horse's arse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Berube's on that fault. He didn't just lose the locker room. He lost control of what he wants in this team. He lost control of even what his message is. Forget about his message. I don't think he had a message. You know, I keep saying Tarasenko I thought was the problem, and you guys were doing good with him gone. I think it was just simply the players saying, look, you know what? Screw it. You know what? We're just going to do what we got to do because you don't got a coach. All our good players are going to be leaving. Let's just do the best because we don't, you know, we'd rather get traded.
Look at yesterday. To me, yesterday was so telling, right? You got Tarasenko, the supposed cancer. You ship him out. O'Reilly, the captain, you know, no, we're going to ship him out. You ship out a couple other pieces. You took four guys.
Yeah, didn't we say it was either going to be Tarasenko or O'Reilly?
Yeah.
Why?
I didn't think it would be both.
That's where I was lost. I saw O'Reilly traded. I thought to myself, okay, he must have gotten a hell of something back. I'm sorry. That was a good. They got back something, but that wasn't like where I would actually trade my captain, who, by the way, looked good since coming back from his injury.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
that's
he
exactly
did.
where I say, let's keep O'Reilly. Let's have him lead this team. Let's trade the Akari and these other pieces and create around O'Reilly.
Hey, Sonia and Gloria, thank you for putting the thumbs in the air for this crap of a show today. Doing the best we can. It's 8:30, 9 o'clock here, so the game should be starting soon.
All right.
I worked till 2 a.m. I drove Uber till 2 a.m. So what were we going to do? Just keep them and keep losing? Matlow, stop. You're saying my logic is flawed. You think my logic is flawed. You missed everything. What were we going to do? Keep them and keep losing? Who's fault? Oh my goodness! God damn!
Second, I'll take this one. No. I'll take this one. I'll take this one for you, guy.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a little relief. Okay.
Yeah.
They were not just keep losing. They looked good in many points in the season. Do you even remember the good of the season? I'm sorry. I'm not a Rangers fan. Okay. I remember what's going on good in the season. They messed up in trading both. What, you're going to keep losing? Dude, you're not going to win anymore if you trade both Tarasenko and O'Reilly. If you trade Tarasenko, and let's say he was a problem, okay, and the Rangers gave you back something that you were like, oh my gosh, I got to trade him to, and Tarasenko wasn't going to resign with you, I could hear that. But then O'Reilly didn't want to leave. We don't hear anything about that. And by the way, O'Reilly could end up coming back to the Blues. And then what the flip is they thinking?
Nope. Armstrong said yesterday, I want 25 and 26-year-olds to go with our core.
Yeah, so they're not going to get back. Yeah, he's not coming back. So now what do? You sent away your guy.
What you missed is I'm the guy that put him in the wrong position. I'm the boss that put him in the wrong position and expected them to perform as good. I changed what they were doing and expected them to perform as good as they did last season.
See,
you know what? Matt Lowe, I want you to think about something. Really go back and think about this. This, other than Perron, this is the same team that scored 109 points last year. 109 points. Now they have less than 60. What's the problem? Did the players all of a sudden forget how to play hockey? Or did the coach come in, be such a jackass that they said, fuck it, I ain't playing with this dick?
And more than that, they completely took a guy who's, by the way, 32 years old, in his prime, okay, has had a couple injury problems. We understand that. But to say that right now the best move was trade away everyone.
Matt Lowe, hold on. Matt Lowe, you're missing a fucking point, Matt Lowe. Why were we a 500 team? We shouldn't have been. That's the point. That's what you're missing. You know what? We should not have been a 500 team. No, God, you know what? For now on, every single time that you have a UFA, you trade every single one of them. Because, their production, what they're going to do for you doesn't matter. I think that's so fucking flawed logic of, oh my God, we have to get something for this guy. We have to get something for this guy. We have to get something. You're getting their production.
And more than that, hold on a second. Let's look at the guys on this team. Okay, do people remember what the Blues were last season?
Yeah, they were a hell of a team. They were a cup contending team last season. We don't lose Bennington in the second round. If we don't get cheated in the second round, we're contending for a cup. We're possibly playing for a cup.
Well, look. What was your So, Guy, what was your opening lines this year? The best lines possible.
I think it was O'Reilly, Shen, and Saad.
Right. O'Reilly
and then Tarasenko. No, it was O'Reilly, Kyrou, and Shen.
Right.
Oh, Bushnevich. Up there.
Right. That would be right.
And then you had I don't know. It was we had six guys.
Either way, their top six are competitive with any top six you want to hand me. I'm giving that even McDavid. Okay, they were competitive with every single one of those things.
Matt Lowe, what do we have to show for it? First of all, this is my problem. Matt Lowe, you are missing the problem. You're looking in a microscope, not a telescope. Look at a telescope. Why are we here? Why are we here? Why were we a 500 team? Why did we get in this position? Why were we in this position? That is what I think everybody misses. Okay, Berube adjusted his lineups last year too, and we did fine. So he has done it, and you're saying it. So now he does it, and you say it's him. Okay, you know what? You got to show me. First of all, go read the article by Jeremy Rutherford. Take out what Jeremy Rutherford, his editorial. Read what Berube said. Berube absolutely said until the last three games. I guess.
Look, I'm not. Let's ignore Matt for a second.
No. I don't want to ignore my friends. I don't want to look. You're looking at this. You're microing this, and I'm macroing it. That's the difference.
Well, here's the problem, and that is that when you have a team that was a cup contending team, that's a team that obviously had something going right. That means you had a coach. That means you had a front office, and you had the players. And if you're going to tell me that that wasn't there these past couple of years, they had the players, though they had injury problems, but you can't blame that on anyone but the players. The coach fell apart. The front office fell apart. And when you look at that, you say to yourself, well, did you expect that to come? You saw yourself as like, no one saw that. And it's sad to see that such a team fell that way. But I think they traded away everyone on a stupid thought that the fact that we're just letting these people go and starting off new will just open a new door to a bright future. But I look at even some of these rookies on the team and I go, these are not guys that are top 6 players.
I don't see any of the. First of all, the 2 first-round picks that they got are going to be 25th or later, right? And there's a good chance. There's a good chance that one of them could be the last pick or next in the last 4. First of all, some of them are going to be in the last 4, right?
Well, is it possible that you combine those to move up in the draft?
Wait, how far? Let's just, for example, say it's the 25th and the 30th pick.
And you give the 25th and 30th
pick
to a team at, let's say, number 15.
No. Do you think that a team would drop that low for 2 picks? I don't.
Yeah, because no. Because, Guy, I'll tell you why they might do that. 2 things. Number 1, a team might do that based upon the fact that the player they wanted is gone, and now it's up to their secondary players, and they could get 2 players in that first round. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you're talking about, okay, I can have this elite level 15th level pick, or I can get 2 maybes at 20.
Right, but just remember you're going to get anyways a pretty good pick from the fact that you're probably going to have a worse record now.
Atlow, you're absolutely right. They could trade them for NHL-ready players. They could do that. Has Army shown you that he's done that? Lately, has he shown you that he's done it? You're not going to. First of all, that's the. You know what? The game just started, but I want to continue this. I'll kind of keep an eye because the game's going to suck. Remember Jimmy Johnson for the Dallas Cowboys? This has got to be out there, right? Got to be out there. Jimmy Johnson created this draft card, where he had a bunch of mathematicians go in and put a value on every single pick in the draft. I mean,
if you look, by the way, at like players that are free agents next year that you could possibly just throw picks at, you would have to look at a team like that already wants that is looking to rebuild. And if you're looking around the 24, 25-year-old range, there's not a lot of teams like that have good enough players that want the picks. If you look at the 26-year-old range, there's.
Here's the thing. You remember Jimmy Johnson had this draft card out. It was a while ago. I gotta see if I can find it, where he put a mathematical value on every single pick, and then when he was going to trade picks, he wanted to see if he could either get the picks that mathematically equaled his or were better. I wonder if the NHL has that, because I think if you had a mathematical number and you looked at where these 2 picks could be, and then look at what was equal, you're not talking about moving that far up. I really don't think you are.
Well, I'm also thinking about let's try to do a little positivity here. Is it possible that the Blues think to themselves, let's stock up on what we could get for these guys? And they're trying to take the best deals, obviously. And in their mind, they're saying, we're not done in this trade deadline. we're going to try to flip all these picks and stuff like that for either better picks, for other situations that they like better. I mean, they did a pretty good job creating a cup contending team. Do you think that's gone completely?
Lollygagging around the ice is not an effort to play with pride. See, to me, that's the thing that's being missed. These guys, and I know Matt Lowe's probably really mad at me, may never watch me again, and Rob Morton, if he didn't like I was a good friend, he probably wouldn't watch me again either. But you got it, guys. I think that I want people to understand that there is, in the micro, you guys are absolutely right. In the micro, you guys are absolutely right. We're a 500 team. We're not going to make the playoffs. Get rid of these guys. La da 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 da. In the micro, you are absolutely right. I've been saying that for a long time. I wrote an article at the beginning of the 21 season asking if Berube was the right coach for this team. I wish I still had that. I wish my website wouldn't have gotten shut down. But what I'm trying to get at, in the micro, you're absolutely right. Matt Lowe, Morton, in the micro, you guys are absolutely right. Get what you can. This team sucks. Get what you can. Say again. Say again, Shaggy.
Look at the cap space next year.
Well, actually, it's not going to be that much because you already what you traded away. You've already paid to Kyrou and Thomas.
I hope not.
Their raises take
what if
that
those
away.
guys go too?
Say again.
What if those guys go too?
They're not. You just signed them to 8-year deals. They're your core. They're your future. Kyrou and Thomas are not getting traded. I'm telling. Here's the thing: if you wanted high first round draft picks, that's who you trade. You trade Kyrou. You trade Thomas. You don't trade guys with expiring contracts. No, it's the exact opposite. I'm not looking at the micro. You're looking at, this season, this period right here, right now, we suck. So we have to trade these guys away. Go back and ask yourself why we suck. Why is this team so bad? Where did these players that scored 109 points, 8 of them had 20 goals last season? This season, how many have 20 goals? One. Oh, and that's all effort. Where does that effort come from? So these guys, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm giving no more effort on this show. I'm so pissed off, I'm not going to give effort on this show anymore. I'm going to sit here and just go like this. No one wants to listen to me. I'm so wrong. It sucks to come and do this show, so fuck it. I'm not going to give effort. That makes sense? What I just said, does that ring a bell? I mean, Bob, have you worked for a bad boss? I don't give a fuck. I don't care how I have worked for a guy. I worked for a senior chief in the Navy. Straight up told me, I don't care how good you think you do, you will never do good enough. Told me that. Nothing that I ever did was going to be good enough. So you know what I did? Said fuck it and quit. Why am I going to bust my ass day in and day out when nothing I ever do is going to be good enough?
You know why? Why?
Other people, no. Let me finish. Yeah. When other people are going to get credit and rewarded for the job I did, and that happened. When I'm going to get chastised in front of my subordinates, to where my subordinates won't follow me, I'm going to get yelled at in front of my subordinates to where they don't follow me. I'm going to get called an idiot. I'm going to get made to not feel like I do anything worthwhile. Why am I going to continue giving effort? You guys want to put all the effort on the players. You want to put nothing on Berube. A coach's job is to make the team better. He has made the team worse. Don't you see that? You know what? Oh, man. And here, look at this team we have on the ice right now. Is that a better team? You traded everybody away. You traded all the bad players away. Is this a better team? Is this a better team? That's my question to you. Is this a better team? Why did we get to this position? I don't want to get mad like this. I don't. But to sit there and say that this is the right decision, I can't see that. Oh, you know what? David Pastrnak is not coming to the Blues. Robert, I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, David Pastrnak is not leaving the Bruins. Yes, I don't think that's happening.
Okay, no, Matt Lowe, you can't have it both ways. Matt Lowe, you can't have it both ways, and that's exactly what your statement is. Your statement is the players are playing really bad, so get rid of them. Oh, but since we get rid of the players, no, we're going to be bad. We're going to be bad because we got rid of the good players. But wait a minute, you just said they were bad players, and that's why you got rid of them. So if you got rid of them, you should be good. You're actually taking it and saying, oh no. That's not what I said. You're having it both ways. You're saying the players are the problem, get rid of them, but the problem's still here. But no. The problem's going to be here because the players went away. That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. That's the micro that you're looking at right now.
Well,
you're saying
it's even deeper than that. Is that he's not looking at?
Okay, no. Bob, what am I missing? This is why I wish one of you guys would come on. Not putting words in your mouth. Not putting words in your mouth. Obviously, it's not going to be a better team immediately. Not supposed to be that way. Why are you that? Not supposed to be. That's why you're looking at the micro. You said the players were bad. Get rid of the players. That's what you have said time and time again. Get rid of the players. Get rid of the players. Get rid of the players. It's all on the players. It's all on the players. It's all on the players. You got rid of them. What am I missing?
Go back to his message. 1 second. Let's read his message from before.
And it's awesome. It's an all-in-one, so it's ready to go when I am. The cleaning solution actually breaks down dirt and grime. And the pad absorbs it deep inside, so it prevents streaks and haze better than my old mop. Plus, it's safe to use.
Here, go to at 2 o'clock. He sent the message.
Say again?
At 2 o'clock, Matt Lowe said, "What were you gonna do? Just keep them and keep losing? Your logic is so flawed."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Using it as a coat rack.
Okay, now you want to respond to that, Mr. Matt?
You can.
No, he could go respond. And you know what? I just can't stand when guys look at a team and not realize how deep they've gone in a hole.
You'll give up eventually.
Seriously?
Well, here's a better comment. We're a 500 team at best. Now we have assets that we can build for the future.
1 second. What assets?
The three first round picks now. The pick in the bottom 20.
How good have they been on the rookies drafting?
Say again.
How good have they been on drafting?
Neighbors, Thompson, but Thompson would have never developed here.
Yeah, so
right?
they haven't been that great.
That's the thing. You guys are all happy, but do you think we have a coach and a coaching staff that will develop players?
They don't got that.
You have called Vladdy a cancer a couple of times, Matt Lowe. You have said Vladdy is the problem. You've called him slow. You called him lazy. I'm pretty sure that was you. I could be wrong. I just showed where you said we were bad. We're a 500 team at best. You know what? That's right. You know,
Much better since mid-December on the PK. At the line, Shabbat, and then Kachuk. Down low. He leads the club with 11 power play goals. Boy, how Stutla gets it.
you called him a cancer even before he was traded, Matlow. Right? You know, someone show. You know what? I'm asking Matlow or Bob Morton to come on the show. I want you guys to come on the show and debate with me, and not in the chat room. I need you to show me where Berube has done such a fantastic fucking job this year. Show me, because that's what you say. That's what you say. 2-on-1, wide open and couldn't score. I did set my lineup. Already done.
What's your lineup?
For NASCAR.
Oh, NASCAR. Nice.
Already set my lineup.
Who you got winning?
Well, you pick 5. You pick 5.
Yeah. Who's your 5?
One garage. Hold on, and I'll tell you. I kind of do it differently. I kind of look at, especially for Daytona and Talladega. I have Logano, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse, and I put Jimmy Johnson in the garage. I know he's starting in the back of the pack, but you know that guy knows how to win, so you take that chance.
Jimmy Johnson has surprised people before.
Okay,
Guy, we
Matt
gotta put you behind one of those cars.
Maybe that might be. And look, I apologize. I'm upset. I apologize. I probably shouldn't have done a show today.
Hey, guy, you got to get it out somehow. You know what I mean?
No, I worked hard. I worked last night. I woke up at 7:45, so I got to put this on. And you know, this isn't easy to watch. You know, I'm trying to watch the game, and I haven't seen.
I think at this point, just to answer Ryan Green over here, you know, I would say that forward wise, I mean, Cairo has been your leader. But from something I learned as a Ranger fan, Trouba's not our best player, and they gave him the captain. You got to know who's leading that locker room, and that could very possibly be. That could very, very possibly be either a guy like Shen or Thomas.
You know what? No, hold on. I got a question for Matt Lowe. I just thought about this. I have a question for Matt Lowe and Bob Morton. I want you to put a percentage on who's at fault for what happened this year. Right? Put a percentage. Now, I did this already. I said 50, 30, 20. I put 20% on Armstrong, 30% on the players, and I put 50% on Berube. I want I want you two guys, since you tell me how wrong I am, to put a percentage on why on what went wrong this year. Right? Where it's at.
Okay. Do you know what the 8 qualities of there's a bunch of qualities. What's the qualities of being a good coach?
Well, first of all, a good coach is able to take every single player he has and put them in a position to be successful.
So let me lay this down to you. Number 1 is being driven. You have to have a want to win. I didn't see that in Berube. Number 2, you have to be non-judgmental. I don't know.
So hold on. Who's the 30% on? Is that on Berube or Armstrong?
You got to be.
No. So I want to know. Hey, this is what I don't get. Those players that you're saying are 70% at fault.
Good chance.
8 of them last year. 8 of them last year had 20 goals. Scored 20 goals. This season, you have 1 20-goal score. You might get 2. You might get 2.
Well, it depends also if Snavich can get back healthy and do something.
No, you might get 2. You might get 2, maybe 3 at the most. So why did Tarasenko's production go down? Why did O'Reilly's production go down? Why did Thomas's production go down? Why did Bushnavich's production go down? Why did Saad's production go down? and you know, I'm missing a bunch. Why did all those players' production go down? Did every single player in this locker room? This is where I think that I can kind of prove my point. Every single player in that locker room decide, fuck it, I'm not going to play. I have no pride, no professionalism. I'm just going to go out and lollygag. Every single player in that locker room, because that's exactly what you're saying. Now, does that make more sense, or does the coach has taken the players to make them feel like they don't want to come to work and they don't want to do it, or put them in a bad position? No, you're saying the players aren't performing. I'm saying that the players aren't being put in the position to give them the best options to be successful. Like what I said earlier about having the 5 guys, 1 on A, 2 on B, 3 on C, 4 on D, 5 on E, and they were perfectly successful. They did a wonderful job, and then take them and put them all in different positions and expect the same performance. That's what happened this year. You have taken this entire team, this team that last year you had an offense that went down the ice, got the puck down and cycled the puck consistently and scored goals and had puck possession. This year you have no puck possession. Players go down the ice. They just throw the puck in every single time they get to the top of the circle. They throw the puck in. Is that on the players or is that coaching? That's coaching, because you don't do it every single time unless that's what the coach wants. That's oh man, I can feel the heat on my forehead from.
Guy, we got to put you behind the Blues as a coach for the day. I would love to see you behind the bench coaching some of these players. I could see you just sticking your hand up some of their, just like.
No, you know what I would do? I'd spend the entire hour, because that's all they get. I would put the entire thing, I would work on the neutral zone the entire time. Our neutral zone play has been absolute shit for 4 years.
What? There's no
4 years.
There's no
4 years. I have talked to media members, and I've talked to hockey players and hockey pundits and asked them about that. And they all agree with me that if we were better in the neutral zone, we'd be a better team. But that's all on the players. That's not coaching. 4 years of being bad in the neutral zone is all on the players. The players don't know how to play in the neutral zone, and they never will. But the coach, it's not the coach's job to make them better in the neutral zone.
Yeesh.
Right? Maybe. I'm starting to fall into that category. Right? I really am starting to fall in that category. You sit there and you act like Berube has been the greatest coach in the world. I didn't get to see. I haven't seen it yet. But all the problems that we've had are long-term problems. Really? Well, how is it not the same team? You lost one player. One player. One player. One specific one player. We're not. We're going with younger players. We're going with 25, 26-year-olds. So Tank's not being replaced. Right? You're going with a young, fast, skilled players. That's what you're going with. Right? So.
Well, that's Guy. What's
okay? So wait a minute. You're right. Who replaced Perron? Basically, nobody did. Right? They brought in Akari. Akari didn't do it. You did not. Nobody stepped up and did that. Okay. But if Perron was that big of a deal, if he was that big of a deal, why did he only get 4.75 in Detroit? Why didn't he get $10 million? He's that great of a player. He's that good. Work ethic, power. Work ethic is on Armstrong? You traded away your top work ethic guy. Bob, do you think Berube's done? I want to know how many of you guys can honestly say that Berube's done a hell of a job this year. He should be coach of the year this year for what he's done.
No way. No way.
You're right. It is a blend, and I do admit that. Why is that leaving? See, Bob, I guarantee you, Bob. Was Perron not offered a contract? Is that a true statement? Perron was not offered a contract. Do you believe that? I want to know if you think that's a true statement. That's not a bad one. I want to see. This is the one that I love. I love this, and I know Bob. Full on. Boston fired their coach. Florida fired their coach. President Trophy.
Who's that?
And we didn't fire our coach.
Well, whose coach? Which coach would you love to bring in?
You know, I for the rest of this year, I want.
Well, let's say
hold on. Okay, but you're right. Army come out and said that. Oh, I don't want Tortorella. Absolutely not. I want Ott and then go and actually I wouldn't mind Bruce Bordeaux coming in here. I think Bruce Bordeaux would really take this team of quality players and bring them to that level. He knows how to coach. He knows how to coach talent. He's shown that. Army and the Blues made it clear Berube is here to stay. So that means the players jump on board or leave. So the boss is bad, so the workers better figure it out. Right? I will see. Bob, was Perron offered a contract? I want to know what you think about that. And it's kind of important.
You guys could go after a lame video.
No, I don't think he is. I think Ott is a little bit more, might have some offensive mindedness, and then he's close enough. He's close enough to the players, right? Oh, I absolutely think he'll be the death of Armstrong. I absolutely agree with that.
What Armstrong knows that he's
you know what? Here's the biggest mistake that was made this year. If you want to know what the biggest mistake was made this year, I mean, I think I know. For me, the biggest mistake this year, Montgomery left, no problem. Bringing in Craig McTavish. Craig McTavish is just another Berube. You took out a great offensive-minded coach in Montgomery and brought in a defensive-minded. You have no offensive-minded coaches out there. So I wonder why our offense is so bad. No. It's not the coaches, it's the players. We have no offensive coaches, but it's all the players. Right? We play shitty in the neutral zone. We come to the top of the circle and stop and throw the puck to nobody. But and we do it every single time, but that's the players and not the coach. The coach hasn't changed that, and that's a problem. So, but that's on the players. I don't
get that. I don't get why you're even in a situation where you have to say, let's reform our offense. That's not something that should happen in a team. Even look at the Coyotes. I don't care. They don't have great players necessarily on their team, but they're playing well. I watch them play. It's like not simple to just beat them. The Blues seem to be like just falling apart sometimes on their offense.
No, you're right. Coaches don't pass up shots, but coaches tell players, make sure you make the extra pass.
And sometimes it's stupid to make that extra pass.
You know what? Yeah, it is. But when you keep getting told to do that, and listen to Berube, go back and listen to some of Berube. He has, on games where we didn't shoot enough, he has complained that they didn't shoot enough, that they need to shoot more. But on games where we've taken a lot of shots, he said, oh, no, we took too many bad shots and we need to shoot less. On back-to-back games. That's a confusing message. Right? I'm sorry. Berube's style does not work with this team.
I still don't get what is attracting people.
I can hear Berube yelling shoot all the time at the bench. Great, but at practice he tells them to pass. I was at a practice. I was only at one, but the entire practice was on passing. Not shooting. Not any of that was on shooting. It was all passing, that practice I was at. All passing. All right?
What's your offense that you like to run in your way?
I think that you need to when you come into the line,
right?
No, when you come into the line, you need to come in. First of all, you need to not be stopping at. No, it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Oops, wrong button. Had the buttons put up. Okay, you're right. One practice doesn't prove my point. You're right. Okay, I get that. And being negative, you know, you say it drives viewers away. The viewers were driven away anyways, whether I was positive or not. So I'm going to say how I feel. Right? I'm not in St. Louis, and I don't get to go to practice every day like I want, so I don't see everything. So I don't know. I'm you know what? So tell me what you want me. This is the point I'm at right now. What do you want me to say? Because obviously you don't want to hear what I want to say.
Did you just see that? Are you watching the game?
Yeah.
You just see what happened with Drew over there?
No.
He like got his stick broke. He went back, got a new stick. That stick broke. He got back and got a new stick.
Oh, who was this?
A Drew on one play.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What the heck was happening?
That's somebody sawing your sticks.
Yeah.
That's somebody putting the knots in your stick so it breaks.
Oh yeah. I also see very often. You remember what Zegras did earlier this year? Taking the other guy's stick?
Oh, yeah.
Zegras' stick broke, and he's like, you know what? I know it's going to be a penalty, but screw it. Let's see if I can get away with it. Oh, that was, yeah.
All right.
Man.
Well, another glove save there for Solgaard, and these are, shots from the outside, not much traffic in front.
Oh, that's a fair point. Fair point.
I mean, also, Robert, you have to realize that Guy has gone through this pretty harsh, and he's not listening to you because simply Guy has a belief. And when Guy has a belief, he is like Stephen A. Smith. Okay, he's not gonna not necessarily. You have to, agree with what he has to say, but he's gonna put it in y'all ears, and y'all gonna have to listen.
Berube said we need to take smarter shots, and then said we need more shots. You don't get both. Which is it? I kind of.
Well, I
just
find
drove the nail home. You know what? No. So here's the point, guys. I guess it is what it is. I'm going to believe the way I'm going to believe. You're going to believe the way you're going to believe. I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. How's that?
Here, when people go ahead and don't want to have like a legitimate conversation about something, like I don't necessarily agree with Matt. But I do enjoy the fact that he has another opinion because that's just how it is. The way, unfortunately, the world has turned to, it's where, unfortunately, people want their opinions to be fact compared to what their opinions should just be your opinion.
You know what? My opinions are my opinions. I will call it that. Right. I am not saying that anything is fact.
That's right.
I'm saying that personally.
I agree with Robert right there. I don't think Berube lasts next season. I think the reason why they only might keep Berube this season is just to allow the young players to not have a switch mid-season. Because whoever they put in as coach now, if they fire Berube, it's just a statement, we don't like Berube. It's not to fix the team. If they're going to fix the team, they might as well keep Berube to the end of the season, keep the coach that they've got, and just dump him at the end of the season and say, look, we're giving you just the rest of the end of the season. It's very possible Berube even gets fired within the next couple of weeks, depending on what happens. See, but what Dan has to realize is sometimes I'm telling you, there are times that you need to throw the puck at the net, because when you send the puck to the net, if you have a physical enough guy like a Tarasenko, by the way, who you sent away, who just will take those rebounds and be aggressive to get that in, sometimes you need to send that puck to the net. The important part of hockey, if any of you play it, is to understand when to throw it to the net, when to throw it to the corner, and when to sometimes even send it back into your defensive zone and come up the ice with a better energy. I'm telling you, you have to watch good teams. Watch McDavid. He doesn't necessarily run into that offensive zone and put it on net. Okay? Sometimes you want to go ahead and...
Okay, hold on. Dan, let me ask you a question. Dan, I know, is one of the Blues Warriors, one of my teammates, right? Blues Hockey Warriors, and he plays for Rob Ramage. Dan, if you did the same thing over and over and over again, committed the same mistake, what we would consider a mistake, if you went to the top of the circle every single time, stopped and tried to turn it over, what would the coach do if that was on you? Because that's exactly what Kyrou just did it. Kyrou just did it. Came in alone, didn't even get to the circle, stopped and fired the puck to the boards with nobody around to support him. Why not take the puck deeper into the zone?
It's
Give
also
your guys a chance to get into the zone and then pass it back.
But it also is different of where are
every
you
single time.
But it's also a question of when are you sending it into the zone? Are you sending into the zone where you're already behind? You know, you got a player down maybe on a hit, and then you're sending that puck in and it's pretty much giving up on the play? Or are you sending that puck in with the energy to beat the other team to the puck?
Hey, I thought Rammer coached Alpha. Dan, Rammer doesn't coach Alpha anymore? I know Lowe is a coach, but I thought Rammer was the main coach and he coached Alpha. He does when he's there, yeah. So the point I'm trying to get at, if you look at this, there's to me, there are so many. Well, first of all, okay, Losey's been the guy lately. First of all, Parayko. How many of you, if you were the coach, would have gone to Parayko and say, you know what, dude, but you know, I'm gonna make you a healthy scratch for a game or two. Looks like we're gonna get a 4-minute power play with 47 seconds to go in the first, down 1-0.
This has been a very
problem is, Dan, you can't. Dan, here's the thing, and I you know what? I get it. This is Scandella all over again. I'm gonna have to. Have you seen my Scandella rant? Shaggy, have you seen my Scandella rant?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the game. No, I have not.
Okay, stand by. Because with Dan, just replace the word Scandella with Parayko, right?
Interesting.
Hold on. Oops. Wrong thing. And I'm having a rough day, guys. Please forgive me. And Matt Lowe, you know I love you, dude. Okay. I don't mean any of this personal. None of this is personal, Matt Lowe. I absolutely tell you that. And I am trying heavily not to take it personal. That is a character flaw of mine. I admit it. I know I take a lot of stuff personal that I shouldn't. And I'm letting you know that I am doing everything I can not to take it personal. So if it comes out that way, I apologize to you greatly. I don't think that there's teams that want him. So here is, now just replace Scandella with Parayko.
Interesting.
Here's another one. Oh my God, Scandella's the worst fucking defenseman, and I'm sorry, I'm going off. I'm pissed. I'm so sick and tired here. Scandella's so fucking bad. He can't play worth a shit. Fucking trade Scandella for a goddamn bag of pucks right the fuck now. It don't work that way, people.
Well, you know what, Matt Lowe? Hold on, I got to hand it. Hey, Matt Lowe, you know what? There you go. Oh my goodness. I'm I'm opinionated. I get it. So we only got a 2 minute. We only got a 2 minute. You got cut, and we only got 2 minutes. Unreal.
There's two types of sports guys. There's a sports guy who sits there and will spew facts and tell you stats and sit there and just talk facts the whole time without much of an opinion, maybe. And he'll just sit there talking about what.
Look at this. Look at the power play right now. Look at the power play right now.
By the way, I feel like watching the French.
It should have been a 5 minute misconduct. He was bleeding. How it wasn't, I don't know. You know,
if it wasn't from the cause of the hit, they might not do it.
I don't know. I was showing my video, so I didn't see it, man.
I don't think it was. No, I saw it. I don't think it was the hit.
Oh, so what did he do? Cut himself by punching him in the mouth?
No, I think he hit him, and then afterwards he banged off.
I don't know.
I have to watch that again.
I'm not getting the stats, guys. So my internet is so bad right now.
I can get you some stats.
Say again.
Shots are 12-10 Blues.
Yeah.
Penalties, 2 minutes each. Saves, you have right. So obviously 12.
No, I'm trying to get the NHL the full stats.
Hits are 7-7.
They called charging, not boarding. What are you eating, Shaggy?
What?
What are you eating?
What am I eating? I'm eating some smart fries. I'm a healthy guy.
It's been raining here in Hawaii, so when it rains, because all our stuff is satellite based.
Right.
The weather affects it. So.
When are you going back to St. Louis?
I'm hoping in June.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta find a place. I gotta find a place.
There's still a lot of things. There's still a lot of pieces that need to fall into place.
Yeah, I'm looking to move myself, so I have to figure out where to go.
With that accent, you ain't moving out of New England.
What do you mean? I could pull off some little this and go down to Texas and walk around. Say my name is Brady.
You get your ass beat, boy.
Oh, they ain't working a minute. Well, if you want, I could go to England. They can look at me like I'm blimey. What is wrong with you, eh?
I'm a fat guy, and that sounds disgusting. Can someone please explain why he wasn't ejected? Because they call charging and not boarding.
Could they review that?
Charging and not boarding.
Could that be challenged?
They looked at it. They looked at it. They went and looked at it and called it charging.
By the way, interesting enough, it's been a pretty clean game for the Blues.
They've been one of the least penalized teams all season.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That might just be simply because they don't play enough.
What?
That might be because they just don't simply play hard enough.
No, that's not. Well, I don't think.
Kyrou leads with 3 shots and 7 minutes of ice time. No, we have Thomas has 8 minutes ice time.
So your forwards have more ice time than your defense.
Well, your defense, no. Parayko and Letty each have 7.
Right.
Letty almost has 8, and he has 2 shots on goal.
Hold on. Okay. The Blues are second in the NHL in penalty, in not taking penalties. They in 55 games they have 387 penalty minutes, and that's an average of 7 penalty minutes per game. That's second in the NHL, and you're playing one of the worst penalized teams in Ottawa, who's got 667 for 11.2 penalty minutes per game, which is 28th in the league.
Guy, so is Grice the next guy to go?
Say again?
Grice is the next guy to go, right?
Yeah, I could see it. Well, actually, no. I actually think, here's the thing. The guys that should get traded won't. I don't see Grice getting traded. Because you know what? No. Why bring Hoffer up? First of all, you're playing Bennington 80% of the games. So why even bring Hoffer up? Let Hoffer stay down and keep getting the experience. Mm-hmm. You're wearing Bennington out. You're wearing Bennington out. Bennington's played more games than any other goalie in the league. Right? I see. I understand what you guys are talking about with the players. I really do. But there are some other things. When I go back, okay, micro macro view. Micro view is this season only. Okay, The players aren't playing. The players are bad. There's no effort. Da 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 da. Okay, I get that.
Yeah, Binghamton. Ooh. Wow. Dude,
a little bit of that, which is interesting. But Blues, your overall.
Well, I'm not surprised that it was the Ottawa Senators, the third most.
Right. This season is the micro. You go to macro. Let's go back. Go back to the 1920 season, right? Going into
Robert, by the way, I don't always agree with Guy.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't always agree with Guy.
But you go back to March to when the pandemic hit. The Blues were one of the best teams in the league. Now, they were struggling. They were starting to show struggle. They really were. If I'm being honest, they were starting to show a little bit of struggle. Okay? And Colorado was coming up. Colorado probably would have eclipsed them for the Western Conference, I think. Right? However, that's who they were. You go into the bubble, and I got told something that I have not repeated. I haven't said who I got it told from, but I got absolutely told that when they got into the bubble, they were basically told, why didn't you guys work out harder? Why didn't you guys do more during this bubble? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? Don't care. Your families, they're fine. Don't worry about your families. There's no reason to even think. This is what these guys got told. That's going bad. Into the bubble.
That's bad. You don't talk to people.
Right? I now, hearsay. I got told it from somebody. I trust them, but I also know that in this person's position, they could easily give false information out. Okay, I'm not going to say who it was, plain and simple. You look at what happened in that bubble. And there was absolutely not one single player in that bubble that bought into being there. Not one single player. Okay. Let's put that again. So how is that players not being held accountable? How is that not being? I mean, think about that, Bob. You go into a job, you go in and you get told the second you walk in that you're a piece of junk. Does that motivate you? Doesn't motivate me. Does the exact opposite for me. Okay, that's what I must be. That's how you're going to see me. I'll tell you what. This is probably a personality thing with me. From the time I was 14 years old, I was in some type of military organization. So the tear down to build up, I saw. But you know what I saw the majority of? I saw the majority of tear down. I saw the majority of tear down. I'm going to tell a little story, and it's an embarrassing story. Freshman year of high school.
Guy, I think you need to put on some background music for this.
Okay, well, no. This is part of this is the teardown thing, right?
Should I get some popcorn?
That doesn't sound like something this franchise would do just looking from the outside. You know what? I'm telling you, the person that I heard it from is very reputable. Very reputable. Again, they're in a position where they could, but here you go. In the bubble, how many players in the bubble do you think played above and beyond their capabilities?
The ones who didn't, the ones who
lost. We lost in 6 games. We lost in 6 games to Vancouver. We did not win a game in the round robin. We were 0-2-1, right? We lost 1 game with a second left, not even a second left on the clock, a tenth of a second on the clock. That was the one Kadri. I think it was Kadri that scored against us. Might have been Kadri. I don't remember. Then we got pretty well blown out by Vegas, and then we lost in overtime to Dallas. Right? So we played Vegas, or Colorado, Vegas, Dallas. We went into the bubble. We were the top team in the West. Why would they say that to them? Well, you know what? 5 months later, we weren't the top team in the West anymore. Okay, fair. Who says they weren't, other than that person? Right? Here's my thing. When it's every player, how many players? You know what, Bob and Matlow? I'm going to ask you a serious question, I'm going to ask a serious question. I'm going to get away from where I was going. I'm going to ask a serious question. Right now, this season, how many players do you think are giving you above and beyond, are giving you their 100% effort every single night? How many? You know what? Name them. What players are giving you their best effort every single night?
Okay, I'll give you.
Yeah.
Cairo.
Okay.
Binnington.
Okay.
With the way that Shen has played recently, I gotta say Shen.
Nope.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Season, and he's been performing really well there in Springfield. And
Would I say
this happens with several players throughout the season because of injury?
I would say after that maybe Pareko, but I mean,
hey, congratulations to
you
him,
can't even
right?
say he's been that
That's what
consistent.
he's trying to do. He wants to be in the National Hockey League. No one wants to play in the minors.
That's really it.
And he's had
Okay.
I mean, Buchnevich has played well when he's there, but he can't stay healthy.
in Vancouver.
Yeah.
He's been here. He's had a taste, and he does.
Okay.
Harry's
And
type.
hold on.
Still learning.
So here's my thing,
Teaching young kids,
right?
down in the minor system, and if it's an opportunity, if it's not
If
just as he is tonight,
18,
obviously he's got that.
no one has put more than 2 names. If 18 of your 20 players are not giving you an effort every single night, 18 of your 20 players, how do you put everything on the players? Think about that. I could see if it was 5 or 6 or 7 players not putting in an effort, but everyone else was, I would be absolutely, I got it. It's on the players. You're talking 18. You're telling me right now, 18 of your 20 players that go on the ice don't give full effort game in and game out. 18. Now, for me, I see 3. I can give you 3. Right? First of all, Binnington does. I think that you hold Binnington goes out there and is giving you. Binnington's been your best player this season, period. Right? I thought O'Reilly did, who's no longer with us. And in some ways, I could put Thomas there. That might have been the only 3 that I would sit there and put there and say, these are the guys giving you that. When 17 or 18 of the players aren't, isn't that a leadership issue? Isn't that a leadership issue? No. Isn't that a leadership issue? How come so many players? There's the question for you. You explain to me why 18 of your 20, 17 to 18 of your 20 players are not giving you that effort every single night.
Yeah. And by the way, that's also a problem in your coach. And sorry, in your captain. You know, the guy who you make as a captain is the guy that you believe to say that he's the one that you're in a down spot, you're in whatever situation. He gets up there and gives positivity and energy. And I have not seen that at all from a team like this. O'Reilly doesn't seem to want to put that effort in. He was not so like Ryan Green.
O'Reilly put everything on himself. O'Reilly put so much weight on his shoulders that he couldn't carry it. That's what O'Reilly's issue was. Every time you talk to O'Reilly in a loss, oh, it's my fault. I didn't do enough. I have to do better. I have to do better. You know what? At some point, you're going to believe that. You gotta. It's got to be we. He needed to say we, not I. And unfortunately, when you say I so much, you start to believe that. To me, that is a huge issue with O'Reilly. As the captain, you never need to say I. You need to see shots 12-10, attempts 23-12, chances 4-3, all in favor of the Blues. Blues have killed off 2 power plays. Ottawa's in the middle of killing one off. Hits are both 7 apiece. The Blues have not blocked a shot yet. And faceoffs are 11-10 in favor of Ottawa. I still can't see any of the NHL media site stats. ORR was an ideal captain, in my opinion. Matt Lowe and Bob Morton, I can't get on board. And look, I didn't have a problem with O'Reilly being the captain. I didn't. In fact, it made sense. I picked O'Reilly to be the captain. But when you keep saying I and not we, you start to believe it. And he did. And it showed. It absolutely showed. And I'll tell you what, you want to know where I first started feeling like Berube was an issue, and I still, and this is the thing, oh my God. You know what? Matt Lowe and Bob Morton, I think you both nailed this player. Go back to the shortened season. Which player in that season do you think was the worst player on the Blues? In the 2021 season, right? In the 2021 season, who was the worst player on this team? Shaggy, you won't know this, but I think these guys will. And they'll come up with it like this. Right? You're muted, bud. Shag, you're muted.
By the way, I don't think I would know this one. And the Battlehawks game just started for those that are more interested in that.
All right, well, I'm waiting. So, oh, man, you know how bad my show's been today? I only have 5 likes. Tad Dieterman, Kyle Mead, Marianne Holmes, Sonia Wolfelbushing, and Gloria Sieper. That's it.
Well, it's also afternoon. It's a different type of situation.
No, so. I had yesterday, same time. I had double this. So,
Saturday.
Yeah, I had actually quadruple this. I had 24 likes yesterday.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was much different. And I also had more people watching me on YouTube than are now. Facebook, on Facebook than are now. I want to know who was the worst player during the shortened season.
What year was that?
2021. Who was our worst player during the shortened season? This is why I put so much on Berube. This is why I put so much on Berube. Come on, guys. Who was our... Oh, Robert Morton. Thank you, bud. I'm surprised you didn't give me a mad face. Who was the worst player during the 21 season? Where are you guys all at? Come on, somebody answer me. I know you guys know this.
Did I say Bozak?
It was not Thomas. It wasn't even close to Thomas.
Bozak?
No, it wasn't Bozak. Right? Nope, wasn't Thomas. No, I mean this player. You guys, when I started, this is 2021 was the first time I started doing the live shows like this, and you guys complained about this player. Game in, game out. Dick named him Traffic Cone. His mistakes, almost every single mistake he made ended up in the back of our net. Yet he continually played on the top line. Continually. Didn't get sat down. You guys thought he needed to be sat down so bad. Never got sat down. Consistently played on the top line. Nope, not Scandella. Right? Not Scandella. Referee, at his discretion, may assess a major penalty based on the degree of the violence of the check. A player guilty of charging an opponent. Well, I guess they didn't think. Nope, not Hoffman. I know why you put Hoffman there. Should have been a major. Come on, I can't believe no one. Bob Morton, I know you know the answer to this. You guys just aren't saying it on purpose because you know it's going to illustrate my point. I think this is one where I can illustrate my point, and you guys don't want to say it.
Clifford.
No.
Costin?
Nope. God, you guys are all. It's like it's glaring. It's
Cody
glaring.
Joshua?
No. There we go. Finally, I knew he knew it. Oh, there you go. No more power play. No more power play. Stanford. That season, Stanford consistently made mistakes in the defensive zone that ended up in the back of the net. Consistently, game in and game out. And he consistently got put on the top line. Never got sit down. Top line, top line, top line. Berube would not. And then, in games when Stanford made mistakes, Berube would say, oh, he had a great game. No, that wasn't on him. That was on the great player that took it out of him. Right? It was Stanford in 2021. No.
I would never guess
No,
that.
yes, I'm talking the 2021, the January, the shortened season, the 2021 season, not 21-22, the 2021 season where they only played in 21. That's what I meant. And yes, he was here. I even said the shortened season, the shortened 21 season. I know I said that. Didn't I, Shaggy?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Consistently, Berube played him, and lauded him how good he played. Right? Consistently. Yet he would go off on every other player. He would say he would drop other players down. He dropped Tarasenko down to the third line at one point. Right? Yet he consistently put him up. Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeesh.
Grice's goals against average should be like way above 4, but it's not.
Yeah, the Brinket got that one.
The Blues are not going to win. I said it yesterday. The Blues will not win 5 games the rest of the season. Will not win 5 games the rest of the season. Right? I don't even think Scandella was on that 21 team.
He was.
The shortened season?
Yeah, he was on that. He was on the team that year.
Okay. But Sanford was Berube's boy. When they traded Sanford, all you guys were so happy.
But that's exactly how some of these coaches screw up.
Here it is. Here's a coach that has a player that he likes so much that he overlooks all his mistakes, and he continually does this, yet you guys never say that.
Yeah.
It was Brian Green. Oh, man. I think, you know what, guys? I got to be honest. This pissing me off just to piss me off is not helping me. Really, it's not. Yeah, 2021. January to June or July of 21. That's 56-game season that they played starting in January of 2021. If I would have meant that, I would have said the 21 and 22 season. I even said the shortened season. I know I did.
Yeah, he said that.
I know I said the shortened season.
Guy said that.
I'm 99.9% sure I said the shortened season. All right. The Brinket, Chicagoan. Okay, no problem there, Ryan. Okay, I get it. Yeah, Scandella came after J-Bo. Got it. Stanford is like, for me, that's the first time. And even, you know what? I wrote an article, and I got tore up for this article. I wrote an article asking, in 2021, I wish I still had this, is Berube the right coach for this team? I got tore up. People tore me up. He brought us a cup. No other coach brought us a cup. He brought us a cup. That's all I heard. Berube brought us a cup. Berube brought us a cup. Berube brought us a cup. Should have brought 2. He really should have brought 2. And he's had the team to bring 3.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he could have been competitive this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? You look at Pietrangelo leaving. You guys all want to put that on Armstrong. Look at what Pietrangelo left for. He was offered a modified no movement clause here in St. Louis. Not a full one, a modified one. And he went to Vegas for less money. Wow. He went to Vegas for less money. Okay. That was, to me, if you go back and you start paying attention to this, and Perron, I love this. I know he's not here anymore, but he didn't answer my question. A lot of people like to say, yeah, of course he is. Oh my God, the schedule's so bad for us.
The schedule sucked this year. What do you mean? Those schedule makers.
Oh, the Blues schedule was horrible. They have more back-to-back games than any other team. Yet other teams that have less of them are complaining about the ones they have, right?
Yeah.
Key to a comeback. They're not even putting keys to the game anymore. Keys to a comeback.
Keys to a comeback. Don't suck.
Perron got asked, did the Blues offer you a contract? Shaggy, that was a yes or no question, right?
Yes.
Yes or no question. So he could have said, yes, they did, or no, they didn't. What he said was, and this is so important, not formally.
Interesting.
Not formally means, yes, they offered me a contract. I decided not to negotiate with them. That's exactly what he meant, but that's not what, and that's what he said. That's not what everybody heard. You know what everybody heard? They didn't offer me a contract.
Right.
They didn't offer me a contract. That's what everybody heard.
Which is
not what he said.
Which shows also possibly.
I got a question to ask you. Are you a Star Wars fan?
A little bit. I
okay. What is the most famous line? The most famous line from the Star Wars movies?
I am your father.
Huh?
I am your father.
You're close. You're close. Actually, you stated the line correctly.
Right.
The most famous line is, and what everybody says is, Luke, I am your father.
No, it's I am your no.
Oh, it's no, I am your father.
Right.
And Luke says no, and then he says, trust your feelings.
Right.
But you ask the majority of people, and they will tell you the line was, Luke, I am your father.
Luke, I am your father.
And that's not what he said.
Right.
This is the same thing with Perron. Everyone sits there and goes, Perron said he wasn't offered a contract. But he was. In fact, he was offered it publicly at the press conference. Doug Armstrong, are you going to offer Perron a contract? Yes, we've offered him $4 million for 2 years. He said it right in front of Perron. At that point, it's up to Perron and his agents to negotiate, and they did.
Well, it's interesting because look where he landed up.
Oh, he went where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I hear about Perron all the time. I go in the groups. I consistently see Army never offered Perron a contract. I see it consistently. Consistently. I see it on Twitter. They never offered Perron a contract. They didn't offer Perron a contract. We have an XFL team, and that's what everybody's excited about. What's going to be excited about now? Do you guys ever wonder? No. I want to know. Do you guys wonder why Petrangelo, whose wife is from St. Louis, whose 4 kids were born in St. Louis, decided to leave to go to Vegas, Sin City?
Yeah. And
for less money. For less money. Why Perron, who came here 3 times, left? If he didn't want to end up in Detroit, why didn't he negotiate with the Blues?
Exactly.
It should be ESPN. It should be on ESPN or on ESPN Plus. I think they're on ESPN.
Should be on ESPN. Is that the first game today? Yeah, it should be on ESPN.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to see if I can pull it up. Why would signing Falk, who played extremely well in the bubble, by the way, piss him off? I don't get that. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe it did. You know what? Yeah, Bob, you gotta please explain to me why you feel Berube is the perfect coach.
He doesn't make his
you know what? No. Because every time I make my points about Berube, they counter him with something else. They counter him every single time. They feel like, you know what? And right there, if that's the case, that's professional. That's the bullshit that I have an issue with. That's the bullshit that I have an issue with. Because no one was, were guys pissed off about Tarasenko and Petrangelo's contracts? They got the same contracts when they got them. Right? Those guys earned those contracts. No problem, bud. So now you're down to just me. Shag had to go. Blues are being outshot 14-16. They're down 2-0. Do we need a different one? See that right there, that's it's almost like you're agreeing with me. Yeah, he's not the right coach, but we can't fire him, so he's what we got, so I'll blame somebody else. That's what I hear when I see that statement. And maybe it's wrong. There's 3 of the 4. I'm with you there. But I do. Oh, no, it wouldn't have made us. How would it have made us worse? That's what I don't get. These guys told management, we don't want to play for him anymore. Told him that. Armstrong come out and said, he's staying. The players just have to deal with it. A coaching change absolutely would have changed. The players told you they wanted it. It absolutely would not have made us worse. Okay, locker room thing. Who's in charge of the locker room? Who is in charge of the locker room? No. Armstrong came out and said, Ruby's not going anywhere. The players just have to deal with that. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. You know what, Bob? You know what severely hampers a team that can't afford to play a coach off? Not making the playoffs and getting that free money. Not making the playoffs and getting that free money. Right? These guys told you they wanted a different coach, and you said no. But you know what? Now you got to reap what you sow. And what you sow is this shit that we're watching now. Right? That might be true. I'm not, but I'm listening to what you say too. I am listening to what you say. Yes, I put some on the players. Oh no, he did say that. He absolutely said that. Right? I wish I could find that press conference. He said it. He said it, and maybe not in those exact words, but he did say, you know, something about the players just have to play for him. Right? The players will have to live with it. Right? You have a mutiny on your hands. That's what this is. This is a mutiny. This is a mutiny. And let me say something, not all mutinies are bad. I have served under very, very bad captains, and I have been on a ship where a mutiny was talked about. I was on a ship where mutiny was talked about. I am not lying. Right? Berube is our coach, and the players will have to live with it. Right? That to me, the bounty. I'm telling you, on a ship I was on, it got the captain was so bad. The captain was so bad. A large part of the crew thought about staging a walkout. Seriously. In fact, an anonymous letter was written to our Commodore asking for an investigation into the morale of the ship. Right? And it was straight up put that guys were asked not to sign their name, but to put an X on the letter requesting an investigation. I was on. There it is. There's number 4. Yay! Grice gives up his traditional 4. I didn't get a chance to watch it. I worked yesterday. I'm probably not going to watch this whole game. I can't believe 13 people are starting to watch me now. Wow. But if you have that going on, and I'll tell you what, here's what happened. The Commodore came to the ship unannounced. Shocked the shit out of it. Came to the ship unannounced. Sent every officer, every single one, off the ship. Uh-oh, they're looking at it. We might get one back. I doubt it. I can't see anything going our way unless it's absolutely concrete. Are they looking at it for a high stick? Yeah, high stick. Okay. Is that Brady's goal? Oh, that's absolutely a high stick. That's got to come back. So the Commodore sent all the officers off, and he came on board, and he talked to Chiefs and some of the first classes and some of the junior guys, and he did. And things changed on the ship. I mean, the CO still sucked, but some things changed. Some things got a little bit better. There was a guy that got busted for something he should not have. There was a right, the end of all ends. So sometimes the leadership is that bad, and that's what I see. Nope, good goal, of course. 4-0. Blues will not win 5 goals the rest of the season, and it's because our players are so poor. They're giving no effort. They just don't do their job. They just don't want to play. Right? They don't play. They're not doing their jobs. They should be fined. We should actually just start trading everybody. Trade every player we have and get new players. Right? Get players that Berube wants to coach. Plain and simple. That's what we should do. I'm with you guys. Get players that Berube wants to coach. Get Berube style players. That's it. Bunch of goons. Bunch of guys that go down and don't know how to shoot a puck. Uh-oh. Matlow, see, that's the thing. They were good. We should not have been that bad. Matlow, why do you think that the players are so bad? Why have these players quit? Explain. That's the one that I want you to explain to me. Explain to me why these players quit. You have said that only 1 or 2 guys are giving you effort. So 18 of your 20 have quit. Why? Why have they quit? You haven't told me that. You have not told me why these guys quit. Why 18 of your players come to the ice and don't put full effort out. Why they've quit. Why they do not want to play. Why professional athletes don't want to play. Oh, I know. If you got to go, you got to go. That's fine, man. No. No. I'm asking you. You say it's not the coach. That's fine. That's your belief. Your belief system is it's not the coach. Then why? So not the coach. Take the coach out of it. Why are 18 of your players playing so bad? But you're putting the blame on them. You're putting the blame on them. So what's going on? Why? I mean, these are guys. Thomas was a goal per point per game guy. I'm with you. Because they didn't like each other. They liked each other last year. They played great last year. What happened this year that they no longer liked each other? Right? I mean, it's okay. They don't like each other. What happened? Why don't they like each other? And in fact, I've heard the exact opposite. I heard the exact opposite. These guys all go out to dinner together consistently. Right? Consistently, they hang out together. Even in St. Louis, they hang out together. They live together.
That you get along the way, but one player in this game has been really impactful, and I wish I could say it was Robert Thomas, but it has been Brady that's been impactful in this game. He has a goal and 2 assists.
Right?
Midway through this one.
So you can't blame the coach. So no, you have told me it's not the coach. Now, that's all you got to look for now is Tucker fights. If another coach came in, well, first of all, you had to do this before you traded everybody away. and not trade everybody, not give up on the system. No, I believe it. That's exactly the point. I think that you have skilled guys that are not being allowed to play their type of game, to do what they wanted, to play the way that they can be successful. This is my thing. I don't think our players are being allowed to play the way that makes them successful. Watch it. I mean, you see the same thing all the time. Whoa! Whoa, you got boarded and you're going to call an instigating penalty? That's horseshit. Yeah, I just seen the shot of Brown with the cut on his face. I think that was Brown. Oh, it's Tucker. Yeah, I agree. And then you penalize us for standing up for our player. And we got the worst of the penalties out of that. Oh man, nothing is working today. Or I mean, that's unbelievable. You know what? I'm not going to stick around for the third period. I don't think I am, guys. Right? I agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. Unreal that you know, we protect our player and we take the brunt of the penalties. Yep. Matt Lowe, look, Bud, I love you, man, and you know this, right? I consider you a friend. I apologize if it got heated. I really do. But, you know, at the same time, I see putting some on the players. I really do. But for me, for the Hawaii Blues fan, there you go. That's for the tweet I just got. You'll see why in a sec. We are just getting, I mean, bring Bennington in, please. I know he played yesterday. This is bad. I even said it in my lead-in for this. What did let's see if I can see this. Game Day Live just for you. The players suck and Berube is the greatest coach ever. We will try not to suck as much as the Blues. Brady, be nice today, please. Yep, that didn't happen. There you go. Here's what sucks about Berube's situation. I remember last night when Berube got coaching job, him and Armstrong were friends, and that's how he got the job. That means he ain't ever going to get rid of him. You don't let Berube go. I think both of them need to go, and I'm done with him. Okay. I just let Grice eat it now. It's 5-0. It's over. It's been over since it was 1-0. It was over before the puck dropped. This team is not going to win 5 games this year. Right? Senators are a good team. Ryan, Senators are actually a very good team. Stephen Glass, Mike Manning, Robert Morton, Tad Dieterman, Kyle Mead, Marianne Holmes, Sonia, and Gloria. Thank you for putting them in the air. I kind of with you, Stephen. That's what it is, man. We're just... Brown is a Berube player. They're a playoff team. They're a heavy in playoff team. Well, another penalty on the Blues. Senators are actually no, they're not. They're 7th. So they actually have almost the same record we have. They're 26, 24, and 4. So their record is just a tad better than ours, and they're destroying us. On which team, Blues or Ottawa? Which team, Blues or Ottawa? Blues. 15 is I don't know. It might be Highmore. I can't see Highmore.
Ocean spray can make a juice drink with only 1 gram of sugar and still keep all of that powerful flavor.
I'm not able to see the stats. And I'm normally able to see. How is this commercial even on the air? Right? This cranberry commercial? This commercial should be illegal. Yet it's on the air. You know, it's women supposedly afraid of clowns. So, she's drinking the cranapple juice, and then she goes up to the clown. The clown says hi there, and she scares out and beats the shit out of him. That's called assault. Why would you allow a commercial that shows a physical assault to be on the air? That to me, that's an issue. Now Rosen gets a hooking call. There'll be 2 for 4 here in a second. Yeah, Highmore's 15. Yeah. Yeah, you know, it is. Again, it is what it is. And, you know, this is what we've all been fed a shit sandwich and got to take a big bite out of it. Right? That's what it takes. That's what it is. Pitlick threw one in at the net. Actually, we traded 4 roster players and have injuries. But Matt Lowe, this all goes back to the beginning of the season, that 8-game losing streak. You know what? I really do hope. Oh, I thought they scored again. I really hope that we get these draft picks that you guys are all happy about. And it turns out to be a bust because I think this draft is going. I'm telling you, this draft, right up to the day, we're going to hear how weak this draft is. We have heard so much how deep this draft is, and it got said last year. Oh my God, did it get said last year until right before the draft? I don't trust the draft, not one bit. And I don't trust this since Bill Armstrong has left. I don't think the Blues have done a great job drafting at all. Wow, we almost had a shorty.
Joseph shot on goal. Routine save there by Grice.
You know what? I say use the picks. Right? If you want to get young, use the picks. Get all that young talent. Right? Next year, I bet you we're 10, 15 million under the cap. I don't think we'll spend to the cap next year. Right? I still know guys want to. You know what? We had the number 1 overall pick. Is he a Hall of Famer? Shit, no. Hell, he wore his welcome thin in St. Louis. I mean, he finally got his cup with the Avalanche, but he was nowhere near the. I mean, we could have had freaking Tays. God, there's so many players in that draft that are so much better than him. Shit, Marchand was in that draft. We've taken the wrong guy most years. I mean, that's how I feel, okay? Okay, well, let's see. Bolduc, both of them will be on the team next year. I absolutely see this. Could be. I mean, you know, but now, see, the thing is now, most teams use scouting services. They don't put eyes on, they don't use the eye test anymore because it saves money. Right? I mean, Army went on a scouting trip. Your GM shouldn't be going on a scouting trip. Thank you. As much as I've been getting told how wrong I was today, nice to know I might be right about something. Hello. They're not getting the first overall pick. That's not happening. That's the one thing that I think is such a joke. Oh my, I heard Berube's going to package our picks and get the number 1 overall pick. Nobody's giving it up. Everybody thinks Bedard's it. No one is going to give that pick up, guys. I mean, and first of all, I think Bedard, I'm sorry, I'm still on this. Bedard is going to be a bust. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. That's why I don't think I'm doing the third period. My internet's crap. I don't have anybody with me. Maybe no one wants to be with me anymore. I don't know. He had one good season. And then in the playoffs, in the bubble, blew it. I don't see it happening at all, Steven. There's no way. I mean, we're going to end up. I don't know about that. I'm not sure about that. Oh, only once. I tried to bring that up, but I was unable to. I can't see crap right now. I don't even have the XFL listed. Yeah, Eric Johnson, that was it. I couldn't remember his name. Eric Johnson was our only number one pick. And that was it. That was the only pick that we've ever had. Battlehawks are losing 3-0 against San Antonio. I think next weekend you get the well, at the end of the second we were down 5-0, and I still can't get the game summary or the event summary to come up. I have not been able to get it. Let's see if I can get one of the other ones. No, I can't get it up at all. Yeah, okay. That way. You know what? Here's the vote. How many of you think this is a fun show? Well, I mean, only 6 are watching, guys. I mean, it's not like there's 600 watching, or I get it. It's what I get, but I got to look at my mental health, because today my mental health is down the tube. Let me take a look at something here.
Good mornings and good nights made easy. That's totally Target.
Giorgio, look. The peanut butter box is here.
Ralph, that's the Chewy Pharmacy box with our flea and tick meds. It's not peanut butter.
The peanut butter box is here.
I'm out.
Pet prescriptions delivered to your door. Chewy.
I'm going to see what the Ubering looks like right now. So. Bigger on the other side of the islands than it is our side. Nah, not my area yet. So I will stay a little bit. Yes, that's all. That's my job. Uber. I am a full-time Uber. That's all I do. Game summary. Springfield has a better team. Yeah. Nope. I do not. I tell them about my podcast, but that's it. And I actually have good ratings. I don't get tipped as much as I would like to get tipped, but I get decent tips. I just don't know if I can continue watching this. No, No, I don't. I just call Matt Law a dumbass.
Bernie, the 9th time this season, the Blues have allowed 3 or more goals in the second period. Huge difference from what we saw last season in the second period, where the Blues were just absolutely dominant. From what you saw just right now in this second period, what's the biggest takeaway, and what do you say if you're Craig Berube to your teammates and to your players in the locker room?
They have to be much more responsible defensively, and we've talked about this for most of the season. The Blues give up way too many chances, especially in the middle of the slot area. But right now, Ottawa just moving the puck around. You can't take penalties against the Senators. They third best power play in the National Hockey League, and that's just a great pass. There's got to be sticks in that lane there. That diagonal pass across to DeBrincat was a great pass, but you can't get that. Here, defending coming back here. Stützle walks in all by himself, makes a great move there. No chance for
You can't hear my feed because I'm probably not talking. Yeah, Roland turned it off for the football game. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay. Oh, Gloria, you're absolutely right. This is, I mean, it's tough to watch. I said I don't think the last 28 games, there are 29 games counting yesterday, they were going to win 5 games, and I still don't. I think that they've just, this team should not be this bad this season, and that's my whole point. That's the point that I think has been lost in all of this. Everybody's just sell them, we suck, just sell them. Well, why do we suck? Because we shouldn't. And that's the point that I've been trying to make. You look at this team that we had at the beginning of the year, and other than 1 or 2 outliers, the majority of them had this as a playoff team or winning the division. Yeah, we could do that. But I don't have a website anymore, so I have nowhere to do it, Roland. Yep. Yep. Definition of insanity. Do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Have a coach that doesn't change anything up, that plays a system that the players can't play, and, yep, we lose.
They've got to get their act together because no one's going to feel sorry for them, as I've said all season long, and they're going to give it to you. I mean, Ottawa wants to score goals. I mean, those guys are having fun.
Well, how many games are we going to win, Malo? How many games do you think we're going to win? Right? I'm the guy that shouldn't have a podcast show. I've been told that 4 different times this week because of everybody getting traded when I said I didn't think some of them would. Yep. Has nothing to do with the system. System that doesn't work, that nobody else uses. That's the thing that's so telling to me. If this system was so great and worked so well, how many of the top teams, how many of the teams that are going to make the playoffs use this system? How many? How many of the teams are heavy end forechecking teams? Defensive first teams, how many? Oh, I didn't realize neighbors would. We're going to get a lot of guys hurt. That's the other part of this. That's something that doesn't get taken. A lot of guys are going to get hurt. Adam, I absolutely believe that. I'm with you there, my friend. I'm with you. I'm with you, Aaron. It's supposed to be this hard-checking, hard-hitting, defensive-first system. That's what we have. You don't let them score, and then you score 1. Problem is, we let them score 5 and can't score. Probably a concussion.
Good mornings and good nights made easy. That's totally targeted.
I heard you were back. You ready for an adventure?
You think everybody's scoring. Your mind's in the gutter, Roland. Chris Shockey, I love you, my friend. That'll get taken out.
Trailing the Senators 5-0 after 40 minutes of play. As the Blues continue their road trip, they will take on the Carolina Hurricanes, who took on the Caps in the Stadium Series game last night, and it was an absolute show. They beat the Caps 4-1. Stasi ends up scoring in this one, and it was just, look at the puppy dropping the puck. There was a lot of electricity in this game. I think the fans were out in full force, Bernie. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Well, the Kings right now are definitely a Stanley Cup contender. I mean, they're without Max Pacioretty because he said, I don't believe he's going to be out for the rest of the year. I think he is, so that really hurts them. But they can do it all. They defend well. Of course, Sebastian Aho is their star, and they get things done. And they were impressive last night. They have a 5-point lead in their division over the New Jersey Devils right now. So they're a team that is going to be very difficult. So the Blues are going to have to be ready for a real challenge on Tuesday night in Carolina.
Yeah, so they go from here to Carolina on Tuesday, and that's going to be a very tough matchup for them to sort through. All right, we're going to come back, show you stats after 40 minutes of play on the other side of the break.
All right, bring it in.
Doesn't matter whether you're a player, a fan, a coach,
or an entire city.
we all have a part to play in this game.
I don't know, guys.
Moment to show up, to show out. So come with that hunger, because now is the
two of the XFL kicks off Thursday on FX.
Yeah, you can. Oh well. One. Yeah, I screwed that up. Oh well. Yay, I get a strike on YouTube. Well, I can't see the Battlehawk video. See if I can get it. No. Hey, what do you call it? I'll think of it here in a second. A copyright strike is what it is. Well, I mean, if it's on ABC or ESPN, it's usually on ESPN Plus. They're the same network. Oh, Mary, you are going to be in pain. There we go. Battlehawks losing 3-0 at 8:54 to go to second. I guess they have the ball, and it's 3rd and goal. So let's see if the Battlehawks can score the first touchdown of their season. 3rd and goal from the 13. That's not good. Oh, almost sacked. Oh, and he stays in the sack and gets sacked at the 15 instead of throwing the ball away. Not smart. Oh, Mary, I'm going to miss you on the show. I don't even want to look at this. The Blues are being outshot 27-23. Temps are 39-33 in favor of the Blues. Chances 14-8 in favor of Ottawa. Hits are 18-14 in favor of the Blues. Blues have only blocked 2 shots. Blocked 2 shots since this trade. Face-offs 20-23 in favor of Ottawa. Thank you, Marianne. I'll watch a little bit of the third, but not much. What time? 11 o'clock. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on. I think I want to get back and do my Ubering. I like doing Uber. I need to take a quick shower, I think. So my hand is really, my cast is getting hot today. I can feel the heat in my cast, and I've got it in the fan to make it look better there. All right. What I think of this game. Is that Ken Niumatalolo? It looks like him. I can't tell. For the Brahmas, does anybody know if their head coach is Ken Niumatalolo? For the West, Dallas right now. He probably will. 3-3. This is the way. Oh, man, my finger. I don't know how much more of this I can handle, guys. I just don't know how much more I can handle of this, guys. Oh, I got some more. Nate Favon. Nate! Down under! Yeah, I don't think they're going to win the conference. Actually, I think they might be ahead. Nate, Aaron Clocher, Stephen Glass. Yes, Mike Manning, Robert Morton, Ted Dieterman, Kyle Mead, Marianne Holmes, and 2 more that I can't see right now. Thank you for putting the thumbs in the air. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. All right. I thought they were going to get rid of him. That's Heinz Ward? That sure doesn't look like him. He's got some poutine. Cheese curds. Yeah. Darren Pack doesn't even want to pay attention and announce the game. He's eating food. He said, screw it. I'm done. No problem. I'm going to see how we'll see if the Blues can get an early goal. Maybe I'll stay on. But if it's the same thing, we're 26. We should not be getting beat this bad by this team. But that is what it is. Kyrou got held up. Barbashev fires it. Gus, there's no consolation whatsoever as bad as this game is. I just don't know how much more of this I can handle. And I obviously blew up today, and I apologize to Matt Lowe and all of those and to Robert Morton that I blew up on. Please forgive me. It's part of the show. It's part of that's part of it. That's how I feel about it. I think that's already happening. I think that's already happening. They shouldn't be this bad. It's not like this was something we knew right away. It always happens. That's all we know how to do. We don't know how to pass to our own guys. We moved Nico Mikula because we've given up on the season, and we just, we have so much spent on defense that doesn't play defense. Army needs. I don't want to get into it. I've already been there. Good point. And they should have continued that win streak instead of this bullshit that they've got. Right? Guys that no one takes the puck in. They stop almost every time. They never enter the zone with any pace, with any, guys are standing flat-footed. That's coaching. That's what I think. That's what my point is. Because if it wasn't coaching, they wouldn't do it as much. It would stop. They would change it. They would change. Okay, coach, stop doing that. Stop doing that. But they don't. They keep hearing it. We're getting beat by all these low-end goaltenders. This is Snugard's sixth game in the NHL. Right? They gave up after the 8-game losing streak. Gus, I'm with you. And Stillman he's been very quiet. He's, I know he's somewhat a hands-on, leader, but lately he hasn't been. And Armstrong appeases the media and not the fan base, and I get that. But he owes the fan base, he said some things that when he talked about Akari, he said some things about Akari that I kind of caught as interesting, right? About things being on him and the team not being as good and this and that, and selling him on this. Some of it I don't see. Another slash on the Blues, another penalty. I don't know how much more of this I can handle, guys. Oh, no, Ottawa. Wow. Ottawa took a penalty. I can't believe that. Here comes Ottawa's shorthanded goal. That was weak. No, it was the Blues. Oh, no, that's Tucker still on his penalty. They're not. They can't. Wow, that was almost a perfect prediction. That was almost a perfect prediction. Let's stand at the blue line. No one come in with any speed, so the guy that goes in goes all by himself, and nobody there to support him, even on the power play. And we know the Blues can't shoot, so we're just going to get right on top of them. They sure don't know how to pass. I'm just going to go drive. I think that's a true statement, Matt Lowe. But at some point, you know, those are his employees, and he's ultimately responsible, right? Yeah, they're just gonna let, they want the clock. The refs don't even want to be at this game. I'm gonna go after this power play just about over. Guys, I think I'm done, man. My head is just, I'm about to explode. Yeah, power play's over. You know what, guys? I'm done. I really am. I don't think I can handle any more of this. I apologize to you. Have a wonderful day. I'm only going to be doing shows on game days now, right? And then I don't even know how many I'm going to do because I don't know if I can continue some of this. So, guys, have a good one. I'm going to go drive, take a shower, and drive. Love you all. This is Guy, the White Blues fan, saying,
To White Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's